our topic in this particular video is the definition of pros and cons. Most of you must have heard about these two words, but still we are going to discuss a little bit more about it. So we are going to explore these two words in line of commercial, business, sales and marketing perspectives. So we are going to learn about basic definition, origin, background, commercial usage and implementation of pros and cons. So the origin of these two words is basically from the Latin language. The meaning of pro, which is singular, and pros, which is plural, is in favor of something, for, or endorsing something positively. So pro or pros is basically in the favor of something, endorsing something. Con is a short form of contra, which means against or not in favor of something. So these are the short form of the Latin word of pro and contra. So the word itself has a long history of usage in commercial field. However, it is believed that famous American politician, scientist, philosopher, inventor Benjamin Franklin is the person who devised the concept of using pros and cons chart by advising his friend and fellow scientist, whose name was Joseph Priestley, to use pros and cons chart for some work on which he was working for some science formula or some business formula. So we know the meaning, we know the background, and we know who basically came up with this idea officially, and it happened in 1772. So what is the importance, and why we should know about the definition of pros and cons, and what is the relation of it with marketing, sales and business? Because when you will go into your marketing field, sales fields, commercial, even in finance, even if you are going to be a software engineer, the pros and cons chart is something which is used by everyone. Business people, commercial people, scientists, IT people, and even on personal level also. But we are talking purely from commercial perspective and business perspective, either for technical or non-technical people. So what is pros and cons list? Pros and cons list is a simple list of two-sided information. One is pros and one is cons, and it's a quick and easy decision-making tool. Why to use a pros and cons list? To make a more logical, sensible and informed decision. Who should use pros and cons list? Suitable for anybody on professional or personal level. What are the types of pros and cons list? It is a simple list, but mainly in business there are two types. One is quantitative, where you put your pros, you put your cons, you give them numbers, and then you add all the numbers, you rank them, and whatever is the highest number, you usually adopt that side. So sometimes pros have more weightage and sometimes cons have more weightage, and accordingly you have to decide. Qualitative is more related to personal level and few for business level, where you just put these words and an outcome. So suppose if you're getting a new job offer, you put pros and you put cons, and then you decide accordingly. So this is basically the detail. And if you look at the picture, there is a pros and cons chart in pictorial way, where we are talking about pros of e-commerce, which is very commonly used nowadays, online business. So there are pros of online business. It is always available 24/7. It is automated and customized, and the procurement is very, from the business perspective, it is good from customer experience perspective. But what are the cons? Security and credit card frauds online. Sometimes delivery is late. Sometimes you don't feel like putting the product or service in your hand or using it by yourself because it gets delivered to you. So you have pros and cons, and you should decide which one is better for your business or for your usage. So this is one of the examples. So what is the conclusion? So we know the definition and use of pros and cons. It is basically used to speed up the decision making process for your business, for your personal work, whatever is your field. It improves your understanding of the situation and accordingly you decide. Using a simple pros and cons list encourages you to approach your decision objectively and correctly. So once you will be in your professional field, you are going to use the pros and cons list often and it will be used a lot. But it is not SWOT analysis. We will talk sometime else about SWOT analysis. So I hope I provided you some good knowledge. I provided you some good background. I will come up with another video very soon in the series of my virtual video, micro learning video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Spread my videos to your friends, to schools, to universities. Like my videos. Keep in touch. I will come very soon with another topic and another video. Take care. Bye.